One of the best teams right now in the NBA that nobody really talks about is the Denver Nuggets. I mean, this season, what they did is they basically locked up their entire young core players. Think about this. Nikola Jokic is 26 years old. Aaron Gordon is 26 years old. Jamal Murray is 24 years old. And Michael Porter Jr. is 23 years old. And all these guys have long-term deals for this Denver Nuggets team. So what that means is that the Denver Nuggets, they're going all in on their core. And we all know that Jamal Murray right now is injured, but he's going to come back sometime soon this season. And well, if he comes back at any level, if not even better, then this Denver Nuggets team is going to be a very scary team in the Western Conference. Especially that you take into the account that, as I said before, they have all these guys locked up. And Nikola Jokic is just coming off an MVP season. You have Aaron Gordon, who's also in the midst of his prime. You have Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, two guys who are still growing as well in their games, who are still getting better. And especially with Michael Porter Jr., who has the potential to really be one day one of the best players in the entire NBA. And of course, we all know about this whole COVID vaccine situation. But regardless of that, this Denver Nuggets team is heading into a very good direction, in my opinion. And when you look at the other players who they have on their roster, you have Bobo, who's another very young, promising player this season. The Nuggets, they're trying to make him into a really good player. I've heard a lot of great things about him, especially in training camp. Head coach Michael Malone said, I think Bobo's had a really good camp and consistent camp. When people ask me about Bowles, it's never about is he talented enough. It's about, is he willing to do the little things and be consistent with his effort? After 3-4 days, whatever it's been, I think Bowles' effort has really been good. And this season, Austin Rivers, out of all people, is coming in with a chip on his shoulder, knowing what he has to do this season. Even acquired Jeff Green as well on the roster. And we all know that Jeff Green is a very talented player. He did contribute a lot to that Brooklyn Nets team last season. And now him going to the Denver Nuggets is definitely going to be a big plus. They have JaMychal Green. This team, I mean, the only thing I can tell you, and Will Barton as well, this team is loaded with talent and a young talent as well. It's really good to see a small market team like the Denver Nuggets really go all in on their players and to really see what these guys can do together. And, to give credit to the Denver Nuggets because they've done extremely well drafting players. They've drafted Nikola Jokic. They drafted Jamal Murray. They drafted Michael Porter Jr. They have already their young core intact. And about 2 years ago, I made a video on the Denver Nuggets, really in multiple teams, about the best teams with the young cores, and I'll have this video in the cards. But I talked about how if this team, they draft really consistent, like they built around the young core players, then this situation can work in. Well, to my knowledge, look at what's happening right now for this Denver Nuggets team. This team is in a very good position now. And, if Jamal Murray comes back healthy, if everybody can really stay healthy this season on this team, then watch out. The Denver Nuggets, they've definitely done something great here. When you look at the other teams, especially out in the Western Conference as well, this team, they have already a lot of chemistry already playing with each other for numerous seasons now. And Nikola Jokic is just going to come out and play another really good season, which he had no choice but to last year because of Jamal Murray getting hurt. But this season, I feel like, he can take a step back and away with everybody coming back. And this team, all I can really tell you is that now they're one of the most underlooked teams in the entire NBA. This team can possibly go to the NBA Finals. It's a slight chance, but I will consider the Denver Nuggets a contender out in the Western Conference. Also, just remember, they beat a Portland Trail Blazers team with a scorching hot Damian Lillard going off, and they still were able to become victorious and make it to the second round at that. The only thing I can really tell you is that you just got to watch this Denver Nuggets team this season. This team is loaded with depth. They have a great starting lineup. They have a great set of young players on their roster who are still growing into great NBA players. They have an amazing head coach in Mike Malone, who's been doing an amazing job these last few years. The Denver Nuggets, give all the credit where the credit is due to them. This team right now really has all the potential to be the best young team right now in the entire NBA with the talent they have already on this roster. And guys now entering the midst of their prime, so we're going to see the best basketball out of some of these guys. And you have Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. still growing in their games as well. And when Jamal Murray comes back from injury, this team is going to be a very, very scary team to watch. But I hope you guys enjoyed this brief video today. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every single week. Have a good day. Peace.